we're going on a road trip. We decided, you know what, it's time for a little staycation. Let's have some fun while we do it. Let's get some content. Evan and I are driving to Carmel for a couple of days just to have a good time. Another thing I love is when we're driving and I look over and I'm like, oh wow, it says corn maze. And then all of a sudden Evan's like, corn. And it took me a second, but then I was like, that's really clever, corn.
Yes, you just need to work on your Spanish.
I just need to work on my Spanish still.
Especially since we're going to Spain in a couple of weeks.
We are going to Spain in a couple of weeks. We definitely need to share more about what that's for. But is this the video to do this?
No.
It's not. Okay. Well, coming soon, yes, we're going to Spain towards the end of the year, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna keep driving to Carmel. This is one of the most ornate and detailed and decorated homes I have ever seen. We're gonna go on a little tour. And I'm gonna show you guys where we're staying for a couple days. So this is the top deck. Right here actually is the master bedroom.
This is where the magic happens.
The ocean, that's right over there. I'm stoked. There's so many little courtyards and nooks and just chilling areas. That is so cool.
Oh, this is the sweat lodge.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Just crazy. The owner is an art dealer and just collects all of these artifacts and just like art pieces all around the world and brings them to this rental. Just absolutely nuts. That's cool.
I mean, it pulls all that energy up.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of like energy being held behind my eyes. That's really.
I mean, it's something to experience. The one in my store has an incredible sound to it as well. This is the largest one I've ever had.
Wow, Gibson, thank you. That was really cool.
It's
yeah,
cool, isn't
that's
it?
awesome.
I'll leave it. You can.
Okay.
You guys can have fun and do
Great.
that. You know.
Can you do it too much?
No.
I might have to spend a couple hours standing in here.
When you do it like that, Palo Santo.
Okay.
It's great to hold it too because it just gives you clean energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in Bolivia, you know. I mean.
Oh, I remember
this
that
is,
smell.
Isn't this incredible?
Oh yeah.
You know.
I remember that smell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, from Peru.
In Peru.
Yeah, it comes from Bolivia, most of it.
Okay.
There, this comes from Bolivia. I buy it in Argentina and Bolivia. There, so.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a good one to light when you're standing in that or even in the tub.
Okay.
There.
This right here is a 400-year-old pizza oven.
Damn.
Totally gonna use that. This is called I think it's called an Orno. Basically like a clay pot, like a clay pot that you cook larger pieces of meat in, which is really awesome. This is basically like Rapunzel status. Straight up to the master. This is a tub. This is a tub that's heated by fire. Cannot wait to get in there. There's a lot of wildlife on this property and I'm just sitting here in the sun watching all the lizards go by and I'm having flashbacks right now. It's somewhat of a trigger. Years ago in Mexico, I went to this resort and we were at this outdoor restaurant and there was a bunch of corn on the floor. And I noticed all these lizards were running up to this corn and eating the corn off the floor. I also had yellow toenails at the same time. And so I'm like, oh, haha, look at all these lizards going by. And I see one, it's kind of like eyeing me and I'm like, oh, you know, lizard over there. And then a couple minutes go by and I feel this like nibble on my toe and I was scared, but it was so funny. So anyway, just sitting here having flashbacks in Mexico, lizards eating my corn toes. Every single little nook and cranny takes you down another windy path that takes you to somewhere else. Who needs a doorbell when you got this thing? And now we're back home. tons of shooting and relaxing, just a little staycation, but making it fun. So can't wait to show you the rest.
Later that same evening.
This is one of my favorite rooms that we're about to shoot in, so come on in, I gotta show it to you. But first, Salon Chinois. Chinoise? 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 I'm not sure, but I tried. And here we go. Look at this. Like the craftsmanship on this is mind-blowing. It's like abalone shell on every bit of it. It's just so gorgeous the way that it's been done. So I'm really excited to utilize an area like this to get some awesome shots. It's all handmade. Like you can just tell that every single bit of this was hand carved with such detail. So even over here, this bed, it honestly kind of feels like it will just fall if I sit on it. But I mean, these tiny little cubbies with this detail just blows my mind. Ah! I'm part Dutch. You know, wooden shoes are kind of part of my heritage or whatever. So this kind of reminds me, it's not, I don't think it's wood, but like, it's very similar. All right, we survived our first night. Last night was interesting. So we were about to go to bed. Evan's like, all right, I'm gonna go lock the door and, you know, we'll head to bed. So he tries to lock the door. There are no locks on the doors in this house. We get into bed and all of a sudden at like 9:30 or something, my phone starts playing a meditation randomly. Didn't even open up the app before, it just starts playing in the corner of the room. So that was kind of creepy. But anyway, so far so good. We're just making some breakfast. And speaking of food, so we decided since we've invested in staying in this awesome place, it would be good to just bring as much food as we could here so we don't have to leave. So I'm gonna take you through some of the items that I brought to stay healthy while here on this beautiful property. Okay, I'm gonna take you to the fridge. Firstly, all these beers were left here. Did not bring those, but we did bring the champagne. We've got some coconut water, we've got some Celsius, got some kombucha, sparkling waters, watermelon, whole chicken. This is already cooked chicken, turkey here that's ground, as well as some chicken sausage and a package of ground beef. We've got carrot, basil for some pizza that we're making later. Got some bacon, fruit, cheese, some easy like breakfast burritos, prosciutto, some vegetables. This is a gluten-free pizza dough that I found at Trader Joe's. And then we got a hummus, pizza sauce, pesto, and then a mascarpone so we can make the white sauce for the pizza as well. And then coffee, because coffee is life. Evan, we're making some pizzas later on, aren't we?
We are making some pizzas. Supposedly, it is the oldest pizza oven in the United States. Don't know if we can qualify that or quantify that statement. 400 years old, yes, which is about the age of our country. So apparently this came over on the Mayflower as the first pizza oven. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But it looks cool, so we're gonna make a pizza.
But yeah, excited to get those pizzas fired up later on. For lunch, yes! Since it's hot, I thought, you know what? Let's make something else, okay? So I've got a whole entire organic chicken here and I'm going to season this up and cook a chicken for dinner too. This is a simple chicken recipe. I'm just going to take this whole chicken and place it in a cast iron skillet here that's been seasoned with Modern Homestead olive oil. I'm also going to just pour a little bit on top and I will rub that in. I've got some shallots and garlic here, so we're just going to coat this thing in that. There we go. Now, when we're using something like a pizza oven to cook this whole chicken, it's not going to be tented or covered really, so we want to make sure it's not going to get dried out. With that, we found this Corona in the rental here, and so we're going to use it to baste it and make sure that it stays nice and moist. So I'm just going to pour this right on the exterior here and make sure not to forget the cavity here, but you know, you're not going to want to see that, okay? Basil beer based. And just give a little extra flavor here and color, right? Because we like some color. And you know what I've heard is if you put a piece of basil into the cavity, it means good luck. So we're just gonna save that one for later. Salt and pepper. We're just gonna use some big flaky salt and some pepper. All right, now that this is ready, we're gonna put this in the oven for about 40 minutes and then come back and check on it. All right, our chicken's been in there for about an hour, so let's pull it out and see what we got. That looks epic, and our basil leaf is still in there. This is how we make healthy food using an oven that's 400 years old. Stay tuned for the next one.
The following day.
We thought we'd take a little break from shooting and come to Carmel Beach. We need more of this.
Lots more of this.
As someone who lived in San Diego for 8 years, and you had a place in Santa Monica for a while too. I mean, like,
Every morning on the beach with coffee.
now that we're basically landlocked, we're just soaking it in. Super grateful for the last couple days of getting amazing content and just have a little staycation together. And now we're just enjoying the sun and the beach. All right, well, back to relaxation. What a perfect way to end the trip. A burger that's lettuce wrapped and a couple cocktails at the inn at Spanish Bay in Pebble Beach. What an awesome trip. And I'm gonna go for bed. I'll see you guys in the next video.